Hey, happy day. There are many tangible things that government should and kind of do a little bit sort of maybe fight. They need to fight all of these things that are tangible. You can see them. They're in front of you. Homelessness, drug trafficking. There's a long list of other criminal activities too, which impact our lives each and every day. But hey, the government, what do? They fight climate change, right? Let that sink in for a minute. Have you got that? Climate change. What are you fighting? Good bloody grief. Why don't you deal with what's in front of you? Just saying. The number of women who own a gun in America, it's amazing, really. It's gone up over 14% just in the last year. They say now, they being Harvard, this institution, right? Big university, they've done a study and shows that 42% of all gun owners are women. That's huge. Wow, I would have never guessed that. The same study found that nearly 3.5 million women became gun owners just last year. I guess the Second Amendment in America wears lipstick. Hey, that's kind of interesting stuff. Just saying. Canadian government, they abuse their power and they violate the rights of the people, the freedoms of all Canadian citizens, and they're kind of getting on steroids a little bit now. They're doing it more and more, and somebody needs to stand up and shout. I think it's up to us, the good guys. A silent majority can't be silent anymore, and I say this to everybody all of the time. You all need to speak. When you're in a crowd and somebody says some little goofy thing, left-wing thing, typically we all kind of sit quiet. Not me so much. People do, right? I encourage you, no longer sit quiet. Oh, I'll lose my friend. You don't want him as your friend anyway because he's an idiot, he's a moron. Bah! Push, always push back. We need awareness. We can no longer allow them to run over top of us because it's gone into the government and the government's doing it. Freedom of speech in Canada, freedom of religion, freedom of association, freedom of mobility, the freedom to work and earn a living. They should be guaranteed, but they're not. Freedom of, the right of self-defense and so on. No government, whether it be municipal, provincial, federal, you pick it, none of them should have the authority, the moral authority, certainly they do not have, to deprive Canadian citizens of any right, and particularly those rights that I mentioned. YouTube, they got rights. They say, hey guys, we're going to have a happy life. Now you can no longer do dislikes, right? We tell you what to like. People used to be able to click and you dislike something, and YouTube says, no, we don't like that anymore, son of a gun. Here, lastly, Pittsburgh, there's a bridge. It's called the Fern Hollow Bridge. It collapsed a little while ago. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, something like that, he arrived at the scene and he laughed and he said, it's good because the bridge is racist. Work on that. I mean, the good news is we can't understand people like him, right? He's a liberal nutcase. This is a great day for civil rights. And he said, because all American highways are racist. How do you even dig into that? And he gives all homosexuals, he's one, and he gives all homosexuals a bad name because many of them think that he's a moron because he talks like that. And so many good people, straight people, they look at this and they kind of bring the homosexuality into it too and say, what an idiot. I got more, but he's getting me revved up. I'm going to quit for the day, and y'all come back tomorrow. And we're going to have more for you from the right. Politically, right is right and left is wrong. It's up to us to win. Talkity talk. That's all we can do. And that's a beginning, okay? From there, other things can happen. See ya.